Hi everyone, and welcome to your weekly Pick a Card Tarot readings for the week of February 27th. If we haven't met, my name is Sydney, I'm the tarot guy next door, and I use my occult knowledge and intuition to help guide you towards the life you want. I'll be doing 5-card open readings, and here are the decks that I have for you. We have the Tarot of the Divine with Dangling Jade, the Borderless Rider-Waite-Smith with Lapis Lazuli, and the Tarot de Marseille with Tiger's Eye. We also have 4 different oracle cards to choose from 4 different decks. So go ahead and pick which tarot deck and which oracle card resonate with you the most. It's totally fine if you're drawn to more than one. And of course you can pause this video if you need more time. As always with collective readings, take what resonates with you and leave aside what doesn't. If you want to jump straight to your reading, you'll find timestamps right below. And with that, let's go right to the readings. Alright, group 1, let's see what we have for you for this week. You might have heard me say this before, but you're probably going to see this deck a lot. I'm not satisfied with how quickly I can recognize the cards just by getting a quick glimpse at them. But we shall take a look at the week. Speaking of, the 8 of Wands at the bottom of your deck is speaking to a lot of quick action. Let me just see here. This is the Queen of Swords. 6 of Swords. All right. That is well framed for you, well enough anyway. All right, I'll see you right now. Okay. Once the meaning of this reading snapped into place for me, it's actually looking very straightforward. The overall vibe that I'm getting from this reading is one of having a, 3 of coins here. Is giving me the impression that this is mainly about work relationships or people that you're collaborating with on some kind of project. And you know when someone needs correction, I'm getting the feeling that there's someone that you... And if this person is you, don't feel too bad, but I have the feeling that it is someone else that you are collaborating with who needs course correction and that you're hesitant to convey what needs conveying because you're basically scared to hurt their feelings or something, which is kind of the vibe that I'm getting, especially with the Queen of Swords reversed and the 6 of Swords reversed. The 6 of Swords, and I say this a lot, it's a card of, helping people change their perspective. Not necessarily calmer shores, but it's really about helping people change their perspective. And the fact that it's reversed in your reading, like basically, the main cards that are reversed in your reading are cards about being honest and helping people change their perspective, which might be what's giving you the false impression that you're imprisoned. I think that the imprisonment is one of your own making, and just remember that one of the dark attributes of the Queen of Swords is that she can come off as a bit of a bitch, where she's such a straight shooter that she has no concern for, how other people take it. It's like, hey, I just keep it like it is, that kind of thing. So you can be mindful of that and come up with ways to say what you have to say, but by not saying it at all, you're hurting this person's progress, and you're also hurting your own progress because you're in this together. So yeah, I think that is the overall message for you for this week, and that's all I have to say. So thank you very much for trusting me with your reading. You can use the timestamps in the description below to jump to your oracle card reading. I'll see you there. All right, group 2, let's see what we have for you for this week. Let's throw down all 5 cards. Ooh. Very interesting. With the Devil reversed at the bottom of your deck. Of course, don't panic. I'm not getting particularly negative vibes from this reading. Let me just, ooh, it's a little crooked. I'll just do that like that. This should be better. Yeah, that's better. Group 2, the way this reading makes the most sense is to read these 3 chord cards as 3 different people. And remember, we all have all 78 cards inside of us, so any chord card can be any gender. But what I'm seeing from this, the Wheel of Fortune reversed here, I'm reading as some kind of bad beat or stroke of bad luck, that nonetheless is not stopping you from achieving a major victory for this week with the World card in the middle of your whole fucking reading. However, I have a feeling that this King of Wands energy here is too focused on this Wheel of Fortune here, and I have the feeling that these 2 queens are gonna have to collaborate to either make the King of Wands understand that this bad beat isn't preventing victory in any way, or to just, you know, run the ball in for the touchline while the King of Wands is pouting in his corner, basically. That's really the gist of the whole reading. I like everything that I add from here is just going to be like digging into some nuances, but I've really delivered the entire reading. And this is reinforced with the Devil reversed at the bottom of your deck here, which I'm really feeling as the King of Wands here being stun locked on the thing that went wrong instead of noticing the opportunity for the victory. And I would, no matter who you are in this reading, I would encourage you to not let this prevent you from achieving this major milestone that is within reach for you, Group 2. Now, one thing that was clear to me, I wanted to pull an advice card for the King of Wands here. Who needs some help? Oh, geez. Listen. So the advice card for the King of Wands is the Five of Wands. Here's how I will translate that. You got to learn to roll with the punches, and sometimes just because a thing. Just, oh, Jesus Christ. Okay, I'll say the cliche and then hopefully I'll tie it back to what I was going to say because it popped into my head. You know the cliche of sometimes when a door closes, a window opens. Sometimes the turbulence that can lead to obstacles being thrown in your way can also create opportunities in another direction, and to not focus on the closed door, but to see how this chaos has actually opened a window for you. And also lean on these 2 people who seem to for lack of a better phrase, have their shit together enough to see that you're within reach of this major goal. Yeah, that is what I have for you, Group 2. So thank you very much for trusting me with your reading. You can use the timestamps in the description below to jump to your Oracle card reading. I'll see you there. All right, Group 3. The Ace of Cups flipped over while I was shuffling your deck. I don't know what that means, if anything, but let's throw down all 5 cards and see what we have for this week. Oh, okay. Let me see. This should look good for you. Yeah. Actually, this is the point of diminishing returns. I'm just going to stare at these cards. I'll see you right now. Group 3, your reading is looking very straightforward. I'm getting a very strong vibe of moving on from your fears, turning your back to them, like literally with these 2 cards facing away from the Moon card here, and just getting to work, hunkering down and getting to work towards what you want to achieve. And the funny thing is, as you probably know, with the Marseille deck, I'm much more biased towards reading court cards as different people. Also a reminder, we all have all 78 cards inside of us, so this could be a man, this could be a woman, all that other shit. So what I was going to point out is that I have the feeling that whatever will help you or has helped you overcome your fear, or at least overcome it enough to get to work and to bring about the change, to focus on putting the work in. It's looking like these two people are particularly well suited to work together, even though they might come from different approaches, because we have the Knight of Coins, we have the Queen of Wands, but the Knight of Coins is holding a wand. To the point where I often get a little confused when I pull this card, because I even though the Knight of Wands looks completely different, the fact that he's holding a wand often throws me off a little. So I think that if you, and it's looking like the Knight of Coins here might be the energy that is helping to bring about this new perspective, because he's the same suit as the Five of Coins in the middle of your reading here. But all in all, this is looking like a week to actually, that aha moment that gets you unstuck. That's really the major vibe for that I'm getting from this reading. And I would encourage you to be open to input from other people and to collaborate with other people, because you never know. Assuming that you're the Queen of Wands here, you never know who your Knight of Coins is going to be. And if you're the Knight of Coins, you can actually, be on the lookout for people who are stuck to say, hey, have you considered this? And then, just, kick it into full gear and get to work. So that is what I have for you, Group 3. If you don't want to watch me pick up your reading, you can use the timestamps in the description below to jump ahead a couple seconds. I'll see you at your Oracle card reading. All right, here is the Oracle card portion. This should be good enough. All right, Group A, your card is Reflection. Well, this is pretty straightforward. I think that the message of this card is to how can I say this in the non-cliche way? Give me a second. I think the name of the game for you, Group A, is to focus on how the meme, and which is true, but it's kind of a meme at this point, of when you encounter someone who irritates you, it's because they remind you of something in yourself that irritates you about yourself. To try to keep that in perspective for this week. And also, on the flip side, when you, to notice how the things that are around you for this week provide opportunities for you to inject yourself into them, because the world, based off of this card, for this week, it's looking like the world is going to throw at you opportunities to inject yourself in the situation, or to inject a part of yourself in the situation. So be on the lookout for that. Group B, your card is, what is this? Square, semi-square, quincunx. This is a card of tension in relationships. And the funny thing is, this is not an opposition. So what's the key word is tension. Yeah. Tension can be harnessed. Tension can be harnessed to come to a compromise / solution, and try to keep that in mind, because sometimes you really need that sounding board to, although it is sometimes irritating, but sometimes the person who drives you nuts will bring something that is a legitimate point, and to focus on using that friction to come together towards a common goal, basically. Yeah, try to harness that friction. Group C, your card is Round and Round. Wow. Well, this wasn't recent for you, but I pulled this card recently. I think that the message of this card is to remember that what looks like repetition on the surface can also be an opportunity for improvement. Something that came to mind just now is how when we're increasing our skill, we spend most of our time on a plateau, and then all of a sudden we realize that we're performing at a higher level. So try to embrace the repetitiveness and try to embrace the repetitiveness and to understand how this is just an opportunity to hone your skills and hone your maturity to break through to that other level, basically. Group D, your archetype is the prostitute. Okay, well, this is interesting. The light attribute is accentuates the challenge of surviving without negotiating the power of your spirit. The shadow attribute is places material consideration and security above self-empowerment. For me, Group D, what's coming more to light is the light attribute. And I would take this as an invitation to get crafty and to realize that whatever challenges that this week might throw at you, that there is something innate to you that you can kind of just use as a crafty way to navigate the situation, basically. So yeah, that is what I have for you. If this reading resonated with you, or if you like this video in any way, please give this video a thumbs up. It really does help out. And on that note, y'all take care. These are the first couple days of March at the end of the week. Let's see what happens, all right? Take care. I'll see you soon.